Hello, traders. Happy Friday to you. It's good to see y'all. Just figured I'd be doing a live stream early today. Could have done a static video, live stream, whatever. And just went with the live format. So, yeah, starting off with Bitcoin. Flat as heck. Still, below major overhead resistances. And that's okay. Not much to really do here as the swing trader. Need to see forms of confirmation above 109.358, 110.5, 112 for price discovery to be reality. Until then, you're just sideways. And we had sideways before. If you remember, this downsloping channel for 8 months lasted a very long time. You just don't know how long these can last. And oftentimes, we'll see the price of the asset of Bitcoin run to the top of the channel or near the top, up thrust through it even, before resolving, which unfortunately was downward most of the time until October. So just got to keep that in mind. We're not making higher highs yet, but we're okay. So it's pretty neutral, I guess, for now, right? Free market's still just digesting the 50% run in 42 days. That's all right. Bitcoin dominance was continuing to rally. I mean, it's kind of flat today, I think. Yeah, but intraday, like today, over 66%. And that is the highest high. So another day, here we are, another multi-year, 4.5-year high on Bitcoin dominance. So those altcoins continuing to underperform Bitcoin, and that's probably going to continue. There's just based on the nature of what's going on, we have, we're just talking about it every day. Institutions, laws getting passed, everything is heading towards hyper-Bitcoinization in a way. And not hyper-Ethereumization, not hyper-Cardanoization, hyper-XRPization, no, none of that. So this should just continue to rally. Even if altcoins outperform here and there, I think eventually 70% based on the technicals. But the fundamentals would give you some more conviction, you think, just that we would see 70% anyway? All right. Again, we'll just get through this real quick, Bitcoin, and then we'll move on to the stock market. We got 7 minutes till the close, so we're definitely in power hour. The weekly candle closes coming. Bitcoin futures, all right, still, unfortunately, like you're just up against resistance. They could break it, it would be amazing, but we got to have that data piece. We don't have it yet, so we're just waiting cautiously for a mega godlike breakout that's convincing, resounding, huge green candle. But we don't have it yet. And unfortunately, when you're up against these mega resistances like this and you're failing to break out, you just cannot be surprised if one day we wake up and these gaps to the downside fill 105.7 and 103.4. They're just below us. They fill. More time goes by. The summer lulls on. And eventually we run, but maybe it's later in the year. So just keep that in mind, right? Like I'm not here to try to make predictions or crystal ball you or anything like that. I'm here to keep you grounded and give you the data as it stands currently. And that is no breakout, no price discovery, 2 failed attempts to even break that 109 level once and twice, and going to conclude, it looks like, unless we get more positive price action today, it looks like it's going to conclude again once again below 109. So no breakout yet. Lots of adversity, but I will be the first person to start pinging you, going live, freaking out. If we do get a God candle breakout above all these levels, believe me, I'll let you know, but just not until then, okay? All right.
Since we started out on Bitcoin, let's go further into crypto.
Oh, thanks, Maxine. Maybe we should just pivot, screw crypto for a little bit for a second, and go to the S&P 500 because it's all-time highs today, man. Can we please get some chat? We're living in history right now. Not just history of the price being at the highest level ever, but we do officially have data that indicates this is the best recovery in the shortest amount of time in the history of the stock market. Yep, this has eclipsed COVID. It took about 4 months to recover completely in COVID. It took about 2 months here. So half the freaking time. I mean, that is crazy. Crazy reversal. So how did it all start on the weekly? It was here, man. It was painted. And I can't even buy, someone posted today. I can't believe it. Trump even tweeted down here on the piercing line reversal. He said, now is a good time to buy. But yeah, this was an amazing Japanese candlestick reversal that never got invalidated. In fact, got follow through a couple weeks later at the engulfing, and it's just been running ever since. And here it is, going over the highest weekly close in 3 minutes on the weekly. Okay, so just spectacular. I don't know how you couldn't be happy about this. You must hate America. You must really hate Trump a lot. Or be cash on the sidelines and had taken no chance on a recovery on any asset. Because, even with some joke cryptos, from the bottom here, they're still at least up too. So it's literally the only loser, I think, in this situation might be cash sideliners that just said, nah, I'm good. I'm not taking any chance ever. So remember all the dragon breakouts, some of the Mag 7s had spring back tests of key levels from 2021, old all-time highs, and they're just going nuts. So okay, so NASDAQ, now we'll look at Dow Jones, no all-time highs, but look at this. NASDAQ, oh my, what a candle, man. A candle breakout. Massive engulfing candle. Are you kidding me? A 4.22% candle.
Is that a joint? Is that a joint?
Godlike run. Piercing line reversal. Ushered it all in. Remember your Japanese candlesticks. Please remember for the next time. And when that piercing line was happening, Bitcoin had a bullish dragon breakout unfolding. So there were definitely better times for the swing trader to be thinking about stuff at this point. Is this real? We're going to find out in the next few weeks. And we're going into, for the NASDAQ, we're going into a month that is ridiculously good. Like the historical significance of July is almost every single July in the past 15 years has been good, been positive closes. The only one, I think maybe one or two were red, and last year was a red one. So you're just thinking, is this one gonna be red too? I don't know about that. So it's just like we're going into a good month for the NASDAQ, historically speaking, and we got just a few more days. I mean, yeah, Monday will be the last day of the month, so we can just start looking at these monthly candles. And you can see here, excuse me, hide the visibility of these. Okay. And as you can see here, what a freaking pin bar reversal the NASDAQ did. In 3 months, NASDAQ, an index fund, has recovered 37%. 3 months, 1 quarter. Let's go back to Spider. Let's check out its monthly so we can see it. And it's just freaking nuts here, dude. All right, there it is. Stock market is closed. The weekly candle has closed. How insane is this, right? They took it back. Okay, you had this old multi-year demand line, and then COVID happened. They devalued fiat purchasing power, so you could imagine the market repriced assets on this market, and so the acceleration, a newer demand line developed, I think, due to the money printing and debasement of the currency. So now it's just like 1 and 2 here, and then they somehow even brought it back, to the demand line, and then that was where it bounced. So it's just so spectacular to see. What a monthly. Monday's the last day, and there it is. You can now see the paint has freshly dried with the close. So Jesus chimes, dude, again and again and again. That's weird, Brad. Your name is different now. It says like 2713. Hopefully that's not your banking debit card PIN number, because now then you'd be screwed. So, hype in the chat for historic close. The Dow Jones. What a weekly candle. Bullish engulfing candle, a 3.82% candle. Highest weekly candle close confirmed since February 24th. The recovery continuing, running towards already in just a week of trading, going for that 88% retrace. So that you're getting to that W-shaped completion zone. Give me an audio check. Make sure we're good on that. Okay, just want to... gaps. I mean, many unfilled gaps locally, so they could, whenever they're going to fill that'll happen. But just great run in the summertime, leading into a historically really good month for July. So I hope it continues. And so Nvidia, again, another all-time high. Let's IWM, Russ 2000 ETF. It's okay. I mean, it was intraday the highest price seen since February 26th, trading above key levels. They couldn't break the 200 simple moving average. Only intraday. They did not close above it. So it's all right. Anything above 213, given enough time, equals 230, 234. That's just what history tells us. So that's like kind of your target above this level. So, okay, just continuing to push up. And that old idea, the left shoulder head, right shoulder, it's still valid because the neckline was clearly defined at 209. It's like you broke the neckline, you even back test the neckline of support. So if all that is respected, then a 230 target seems adequate. Okay, so those are your index funds. Fantastic. That's just great, man. Just want to look at these Mag 7s because good stuff. What happened to Google at the close? Let's freaking go.
Look here. Look, listen.
Because this is my horse. This is the horse I've chosen. One of them anyway. The larger horse, and due to the confirmation low, right? That trade setup posted for patrons. Not the most conventional, not the best. Probably is a better setup down here. But again, you're talking about a trend reversal just like we got here. And I mean, there's just really, I think you're targeting for $200, 192 minimum. and then 200 after that. Gap fill would be literally all time, like 205, 206. So that breaking back above the 200-day moving average yesterday looked good, but I mean, yet most of the day, I'm talking like 95% of today, Google was flat or down, 95% of the day. And then, I mean, within the period of time I go live, it goes up definitely 2.5%. That is crazy. What a freaking close. That was the highest daily candle close since, what happened? I guess since just June 10th. Nothing really crazy, but I think there's just some good upside on this one because it had been underperforming. But just again, it's this, and then it's this. It's like, oh, okay, 168's being pretty much confirmed as support, being confirmed as defended. And where'd that volume come from? What? What? Everyone's names changed. What did they do, dude? This is, yeah, man. They're putting people like continuously. Hey, dude, let's give someone a really important job that didn't earn it based on not merit, but other stupid things. And then you'll get stuff like everyone's name being all effed up. Are y'all seeing the same thing I'm seeing? Like Zachary's name's effed. Everyone's name is effed now. It's like Discord or something. You've all been doxxed. Weird. Okay. Let's look at the weekly close on Google. What an engulfing candle. Freaking let's go. Highest weekly candle close confirmed since February 18th. That's what I'm talking about. That's the type of close that we needed. So on the weekly, it's a clear $191 to $200 target. And think about this, man. Google is only up like 15, now 16% because the close. Only up like 16% in like 1,200 plus days. What? Yeah, dude. 18% because the crazy move today. Yeah, in 1,330 days, Google is only up 18%. That is pathetic. Eventually, this chop is going to conclude. Like they're confirming the old cycle top once and now twice is support. And eventually you'll test 200 again. Then you'll break it and go into price discovery. Then you're looking 250 and beyond. I mean, like they didn't even touch the 200-week simple moving average, you know, helping you kind of gauge where we're at. Like, oh yeah, long-term uptrend still completely good. Yeah, you're good. It's still an up-sloping 200. All is well on Google. So, okay, Amazon had a crazy good close too. My God, look at that. It was a 6.49% candle this week. Absolutely smashing it. Heading towards that 886 Dow Jones. This helping really move the Dow Jones up. February 10th, highest weekly close. And you're thinking a test of probably, you know, all-time highs, but if not, fine, give me an 886, 233.54, confluent with that, looking left, December high. So that's what you got. Just continue, like, right? The bearish divergence turned into hidden bullish divergence, and now we've got positive momentum as of today off of that. So great to see Amazon zoning. Okay, and here's NVIDIA. Just, we got to do a Jesus chimes. I mean, how can you just not be excited for the market driver recovering 70+% from the lows, outperforming Bitcoin? Hello? Yeah. Will one day be the largest market cap asset in the entire world, for sure, in my opinion. Unfilled gaps below us. What happens if they fill the gaps and then we run later? Who cares, dude? Money making machine. The price discovery first target's 171, that 1272. Never know when you're going to get there because they might fill the gaps first. But either way, this is just spectacular. Day after day, pumping. Let's look at the weekly because we got history there, of course. Highest weekly close in the history of NVIDIA by far. Yeah, you took out the old highest weekly candle close ever was November, and that was 148. So that, what a candle, man. A 9.66% candle to breach all-time highs. highest level of positive momentum in the history of NVIDIA. Let's freaking go on the weekly. RSI not even overbought. Are you kidding me? We're at all-time highs right now on NVIDIA on the weekly, and our RSI is 64.8. Oh my God, the upside potential on the weekly, right? 170, yeah. How about 200 probably with this weekly RSI? That's crazy. Super strong. Okay, NVIDIA, hype and chat. Meta continued to run. What a candle this week, up 7.52%. Second highest weekly candle close ever. Only second by whatever, 10th of percent or something like that to the old high from February 10th. That's 100%, 99% retrace so far. Pretty much engulfed, but there was so much demand that it actually gapped up the beginning of the week, so you didn't completely cover, but you pretty much did. So just really strong. Not overbought here on the weekly either, sitting at 65. Great RSI. So like the RSIs on the weekly, if you want price discovery, you're in luck, because that's what you want. Crazy positive Momo building and not overbought, sitting at all-time highs or at all-time highs like NVIDIA. So that's great, man. Apple not in the same category. Neutral within neutral here. Chat, are y'all here? Let me know. Thanks. Yeah, I don't know how to like Troy. I mean, at least some of y'all's names are normal, like Politicus, but then you've got other names that are effed. Like I can't recognize some of these names. So it's like, are you a new viewer, man? On a viewers? Yeah, with Apple, there's no party here. I guess the only party that could be celebrated would be the fact that the key level from history once again was defended, but it's being defended since early May. So multiple months of just neutral price action, lower highs, but they're trying to do higher lows. Crazy weekly MACD histogram. There has not been a positive momentum histogram wick on the weekly of the entire year of 2025. What? The good news, I guess, is you're getting close to neutral, so maybe you'll get one soon, but that is a MAG 7? This is one of your largest market cap assets in the entire world. No positive momentum this year. And it's about to be July. I guess the RSI, one good thing is like they've at least gotten the oscillator out of the bearish control zone, and you're like neutral. You're like 44, so a lot of upside if they wanna. And I guess it's good you're not below 40, but my God. So if someone could, right, if they wanted to, I think you're flipping coins of going for a retest of 182, flipping coins for 216. But the good news is someone could manage their risk easily here with a stop loss probably at like 195. Yeah, 195, 194.50, and just hope that your stop loss doesn't get triggered, because you wouldn't want to own the asset below that level. And if your stop loss never gets triggered, then you'll eventually see a 216, 220. So that's the only way to look at Apple. Definitely the worst performing of the MAG 7 of the year of 2025. And it's not even close. Tim Cook, an Auburn University graduate. Auburn, Apple underperform. Roll Tide. Microsoft, Jesus chimes, man, all-time highs, best performing asset of the MAG 7 in 2025. $500 did not get hit, did it? No, we got to $499.30. So I'll show you on the daily how close we were to, because it was 501, but that's so close to that Fibonacci extension, that first price discovery target. So I guess hopefully we see 500 next week. I don't know why we wouldn't, but this is just what a run. That's a breakaway gap. It just continuously running. This is like nonstop since earnings. what a freaking recovery. And all they did was, it was the worst performing of the Mag 7 up until April. This is how life can come at you fast. It was by far the worst performing of the 7. And what did they do? At the lows, this is why I'm optimistic on Google, because Google's in a similar spot, just hasn't really taken off yet. But look at this. In 1,236 days in April, Google had done nothing. You know, outside of, if you, my dividends, okay, it's a growth company, so it's not supposed to be big on dividend. Anyway, I'm just saying, like, in that 1,236 days, if you bought it at the top in November 2021 and you held it and it was April 2025, you made $0. That's crazy. So it's good to see. You know, I guess Composite Man was like, "What are we doing? We gotta make some yield here at some point." And that's, again, same thing with Google. So now, if you think about it, in 2 months, in 1,200 or 1,313 days, Microsoft is now up 42%. Okay, not as bad, and still bad, but in 84 days, Microsoft's up 43%. Crazy. Okay, so the weekly was nuts. Let's look at Tesla. It was down. It was the worst performer of the day. They could be putting in a second peak here. But the thing is, it's hard to worry about it because you're trading above all the critical levels, 300, 313. You're trading above the 200 simple moving average. The longer term now is only higher lows, higher highs, including the most recent lows from March and April. So just a bunch of higher lows, man. Like, so the trend's okay. I think buyers still in control. It's just flat for now. Trading below the robo-taxi catalyst news or whatever. So I think you're fine above $300. It's just kind of disappointing. Not, it's getting outperformed by most of the others outside of Apple. Apple the worst. The weekly closed, not a great week. I mean, there was kind of a nothing burger. Like, it's not like a Japanese candlestick implying anything. It's just they ran it up, the 357, and then they pulled it back. So, what's up, crypto stock ticker?
Crypto stock ticker. Net tip $25. Could you take a look at LAC, NYSE, please? Lithium Americas.
Of course, man. Of course. How could we not, dude? LAC. Yeah. After yesterday, hopefully you were watching the stream yesterday. We looked at LAC again, and it was like yesterday's data piece was like really good. Like, that was like, hey man, if you were out, you might want to think about things again, because being back above 262 like that, I'm telling you, man, like, you just cannot just give up because it kind of fell below 262 for a few days. That doesn't mean it invalidates the harmonic at all. So yeah, we'll look at it. I mean, we might as well just do it now. Okay, LAC. Let me show you this. Knock out this request real fast because it is incredible. Incredible. Like, one does not simply ignore this. Like, this is the absolute best context you could ever get for identifying a harmonic, complete cycle or trend reversal. This is it. This is where they develop, okay? At the tail end of long extended downtrends, and somehow you get to key levels from history. And yeah, there's a lot of chop and all of that. But look, 2014, this is the point, man. The line in the sand. And guess what? Closing the week back above the line in the sand. It's a testament to life, man. Okay, when these structures develop in our lives, okay, potential reversals develop in our lives. If things just aren't immediately taken off and going our way, sometimes they do, like ACHR. Holy crap, it didn't take long, right? But then sometimes it's like we got to be patient with those reversals, and until it's completely invalid. And I think complete invalidation of the whole reversal structure is probably going to be below 230. But they only took it to like 245 or something, and now we're back up at 262. This is, you see what's going on now. What's a key characteristic of LAC, Lithium Americas Corp, that wasn't going on for many years? You were only getting lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. And now all of a sudden you're seeing higher lows, and it's really, you got to look broader at like what's going on with like palladium and platinum and copper and silver. Strong. This is, I think, in that territory. Raw earth metals also putting in like a mega bottoming structure. Some commodities, they're cyclical, and so the cycle, I'm thinking, from this low all the way to this high up here, this is like a 98% retrace. This is the level to be identifying reversals, and I don't care how long it takes. I've been talking about how good this is. I mean, at least since March. I know this is sometimes how it is. I was talking about like Baba the same way, and people were like, dude, this is just never going to play out. I'm like, it's still there. It's still valid. I can't make it happen. And then they just had to make 3 valleys happen. And now Baba ends up being like unbelievable, right? I mean, like it took so long. People were just like, what about Baba? Can you tell me about Baba? Is Baba going to be okay? Are you sure about Baba? Dude, Baba, I don't know, man. I don't know. And it was all like here. I don't know about Baba. Oh, this harmonic thing, I don't. And then, yeah, look at you now, dude. 3 of the 4 targets of the setup got hit. Just time. Yeah, I don't think calls would be good on lag. I don't know if there's enough liquidity on the options. I don't know if there is an options market for lag. So, yeah, after yesterday, I bought some just common shares. Nothing crazy, just to be a participant of the harmonic framework with data that it gives you reason to believe, hey, you might be okay here. Yeah. For me, sometimes it's fun. Like, you're not taking like crazy positions. If it even is successful, it's not going to do anything crazy. It's going to help your portfolio, obviously, but not like to a good amount. It's just going to be fine. And it's just like, hey, man, I'm like voicing my I don't know, I'm exercising my right to be a harmonic framework trader. So, yeah, again, doesn't have to be crazy position. I just like, okay, that's a lower risk, higher reward opportunity that takes forever to develop. It's like you're longing the genesis of a solar system. And you're like, I'm betting that this solar system will end up having planets and a sun, because all I'm seeing is the nebula right now. The gases are forming and they're swirling around, but they're volatile. Whatever. It looks like we're going to have a solar system. So this was the Baba solar system, lacks the lac solar system that has not developed yet, right? We don't have all of it, the planets and all that like Baba yet, but soon, in time. Okay, so that was for you. Thank you, dude. Crypto stock ticker. Thank you, man. So let's look at gold. That after yesterday, we thinking chances are gold's not going to outperform risk on assets because it's already done that, right? You're on the other side of it, like where your upside's nebulous and probably minimal. And something like Google is most likely, after this whole run, is probably going to outperform gold. Intel. Chances are Intel is probably going to outperform gold at this point due to the fact that the run has already happened. The market cap of this asset is so massive. It's like 20-something trillion. What is it now? $22 trillion market cap. Okay, NVIDIA, 3.8 trillion. It looks like NVIDIA is closing in on becoming the first company in history to ever achieve a $4 trillion market cap. Am I crazy? Has Apple ever done that? I don't think so. And Microsoft is in the running. I mean, let me show you. All right. You got gold, number 1, and then you got NVIDIA and Microsoft definitely facing off for that market cap 1 and 2. And then it's like Apple somehow, right, after all this terrible performance, is still sitting slightly above $3 trillion. Then Amazon just, whoa. Amazon and Google are just, it looks like Google has surpassed Bitcoin again. It's neck and neck race here. And then silver below it. Remember when it was 1.5 trillion? Now it's up 25% since then in market cap, crazy. And then Meta below that. So your Mag 7 can see why they're market drivers. Their market caps are massive. So yeah, you just think like the yield has occurred on gold. The gains have been made, and now it's like you're just pushing your luck. So it's like, okay, a lot of times you'll just get sideways for months.
Hi, Mitch.
Or
I
down.
think YFI has completed an M shape. Would you take a look? Thank you for
It
being
has.
out here. I've been watching your streams since 2022.
Abraham, man, thanks so much for the 2277 super chat. It has. YFI has. Doge has. IOTA has. There are a few that have, for sure. I'll just show you real quick. I think I even plotted it, unless I'm crazy. Oh, there it is. Oh, let's freaking go. Dude, I'd scan these charts, man. Someone DM'd me last night. When do you ever sleep, man? I'm like, I say here and there. He's like, take it easy, man. Yeah, I know. So I don't know. Like there's an M shape here, informal. You could make it a bat pattern too. Like you could be like, hey man, if you're gonna nitpick and get pedantic with harmonic criteria, then I'll just be like, fine. 50% lower high 886. It's a formal bat pattern, man. But the issue is, if that was a reaction, it's done. It's over. If that was a reaction, that's the worst reaction you could ever ask for, because now, look, support, all these supports and some resistance a couple times, it's now acting as resistance. So, like, I'm not going to be surprised. And lower highs, all these effing lower highs and bearish backtests now, the new one, like, I think, like, what would be on deck would be something like this, at least. And based on the way crypto is, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw 4,075 again. It's really hard to trust crypto, not Bitcoin. Bitcoin is Bitcoin. Crypto is crypto. Crypto is all the altcoins that are not Bitcoin, okay? Bitcoin's Bitcoin. It's hard to trust crypto. No intrinsic value, never has been, never will be, unless somehow we usher in a global world order where the laws are the same across every single country in the world. That's never happening. So I can't regulate this stuff. And does YFI make a profit? It doesn't matter if it did. Even if YFI made a profit, they would never have to share any of the profit with you, the coin holder. Pfft. Finite supply is one thing about it, but does it matter? Clearly it doesn't matter. So yeah, you've been range bound for literally 3 years on this asset. And on the tail end of the 3 years, you're like trading below the kind of the heart of the range, and you're putting in lower highs, and it just looks bad. I don't know. I mean, I like a cool M shape. It's a beautiful M shape. Nice reaction, but it's just hard to trust this stuff, man. Like, you're just better off owning Google. You don't have to get cute with it. Hey, I'm going to get cute with YFI. Why the F would I get cute with this asset? Yeah, trader's market, sure. I mean, if you're longing down here, you need to break 5K though, psychological, and it's like a big zone, like it's a big level that, yeah, there could be consequences if it breaks that, but you're below it now. So it's like maybe you have an alert set above 5K, you break 5K, maybe you're onto something, but it still sucks, man. There's just so many assets. There's millions upon millions and millions of assets one could put their money into for yield, and you're going to pick YFI. Okay, all right, man. Looks like last year. Oh, whatever, man. Tell me an S coin that did not pump on the election. They all did. So it was a pump and it was a dump. Pump and dump. That was it. Nothing else to it. So yeah, you got, you know, we can look at the other cryptos now. Look at Ethereum real quick. It's up 0.24%. Oh my God. I posted a little short on it. Like, you know, it could get stopped out easily, you know, but again, it's like below $2,400. You're going for a second test of 2,100. Like, how? Like, this would be good. You could go long, maybe. You could like construct a long plan down here, because the first time no one knows. The second time, if the buyers can hold the levels successfully, it might be a good area to think about maybe along. But until they're just, there's just nothing great about it. Outside of, you're not making a lower low than the lowest low from early April. That's great, dude. But we're talking about the index funds and certain assets making all-time highs. And Ethereum is the same price it was trading at over 4 years ago. Same price, man. You could have gone to college, become an indoctrinated Marxist, graduated, and same price. That's Ethereum. Not the same with Bitcoin. You'd have been pretty much rich. You've been set. You did the same thing with Bitcoin. Yeah, so we'll look at XRP. How was it down today? God. Something wrong with XRP. Like it's flat. It's like down 0.05%. But you look at this and you say, all right, well, can you give me something at support that would make it easy to set up a trading plan for long? I mean, like, come retest it. Get it over with. Just come do this and then hold and then run. Or don't and then way lower. Give me something. Right now, you can't really do much. You're still just kind of waiting for it to get to a level to think about doing something. So, not great. Solana's up 2.3%. That's very nice. But again, it's like, okay. Can we maybe get 130 again? Nothing about it is great. I mean, you're just at potential reversal areas, but I would like a local form of confirmation. Spring back test or something. I don't really see that yet. It's just up today. That's great. And Bitcoin is just completely pinned below a resistance, but they're trying to hold the support. It's a zone, and they're just trying to keep it confined within that zone. Isn't that crazy? How respected the zone's been. You know how long this has been plotted? Many months, and they just bring it up here and test and fail for like 32 hours, and then the bottom side's being defended. I just don't know, like, whatever. Good respect. And even if they broke upward, you still have a lot of adversity to overcome, like 109,358, big deal. So BNB's up 0.5%. I mean, they're trying everything they can to keep this thing from collapsing. All the king's men are here, all right? Holding above the 200 now, recapturing it today, but just until you're making a higher high than 675, you got to just be really cautious. Because you don't want another, even if they took it up to 661 and then it started reversing the downside, then all of a sudden it's like a proportionate third peak, classic distribution. So it's okay. You're safe. Whew. You're safe for now, chat, above 638. Fine like a fruit fly. Yep, hopefully it's just another higher low, but no higher highs really, so kind of neutral. Long-term uptrend, I mean, for sure, lots of higher lows. But they just can't, I mean, just think about it. You own BNB. Think about, we just looked at Google and we looked at why. All right, BNB, it's been 1,540 days, same price. If you bought back then at the height of the manias, either one of the heights of the manias, you've made $0. There are no dividends here, so it's certain. If you would have been a BNB holder at peaks of mania, where a lot of really dumb money comes in, so it's not out of the realm of possibility. There are a lot of people that are just dead money, and inflation has. How bad has inflation gotten since April 2021 or November 2021? It's gone up a lot. So you've definitely lost money if you've been holding it due to just monetary debasement. So yeah, I mean, people like, hey, dude, there are some M shapes. It's like even Doge has an M shape, right? It's there, but I don't even know if that's enough to say you've reacted. And again, the issue with Dogecoin is like, you're below really key resistance with a lot of downside. A lot of straight up and down and up and down and up situations. So yeah, trend has been midterm down. You're like confined within it. You can see the downsloping channel, lower highs, lower lows, but they're trying to put in like the first higher low since we began the correction in November. So, but yeah, I don't know if there's enough evidence to say this is even valid M shape yet, because you haven't really reacted. You had one candle there. Yeah, people will be like, I'm excited about that, man. That's hopium, and that's like all you can get excited about is like some M shapes that began to develop. And that's sad, right? Because we're talking about, okay, think about the equities market. We already discussed the history that unfolded pretty much today, past couple days, where we had the fastest recovery ever. Like, we've never seen anything like what we just went through from April to now. All right. So we're talking like NASDAQ up like 40 something percent, like these Mag 7s up, like, you know, Nvidia's up like 70% in 50 days. And then you got Dogecoin coming off the same low, only up 22% in 80 days. Even though a nice rally, it's just we're not in the same world, these cryptos compared to traditional market assets. So it's like a good learning lesson if you were like a newer participant. Maybe it was an eye-opening experience for you to understand, like, you can't be a crypto bro long term. You should be a technical analysis bro. And we look at crypto to try to find the structures to take advantage of the slight edge we might develop over time. You know, easy to manage risk if the tide turns around and we can get in on some of these big runs. But know that literally every time for the past 7+ years, all those runs end, and then the 88 to 99 to 100% plus retraces occur on all of them. What's up, Andrew? Thank you, dude. They all round trip. That's right. LVL. That's right. Yeah, so it's just, who cares? What I'm saying is just like, it shouldn't even matter that, woo, dude, there's an M shape here, and it's like there's a chance, dude, that it ends up being a bottom. It's like you just missed out on the most historical recovery in the history of the stock market. And you could be up so much, and it's like, nah, dude, I chose Dogecoin in April. You chose wrong. You chose poorly. Bitcoin was, a good choice, even though it ended up being the wrong choice if you cared about the best yield. Now, BitX, you win probably, but iBit or just Bitcoin spot, it wasn't enough to rival Nvidia or Microsoft. Well, actually, maybe Microsoft, but definitely not Nvidia. Nvidia is in a world of its own of recovery gain, percentage gains. Okay, so let's look at Nike real quick. That there was some news, I guess. It was, $1 billion in tariff cost cuts, including U.S. hikes and reduced imports from China. Yeah, and it was earnings too. Okay, so it was like Q4 net income was 14 cents per share on $11.1 billion sales. And so it was pretty cool looking back. Like, this is just like a deep crab, the type 1 reaction. I mean, it's the 1618 and the 200% retrace confluent. I mean, there's not really, looking left, they front ran the bigger supports down here. Right? You can even if you were going to be like, okay, what about this one then? There were good touches here, 1 and 2 and 3. Even then, they didn't even touch that. They just went to the 1618. And so the problem is, like, it's cool that it's up so much, and you would think, wow, man, maybe I should buy Nike now. But it's like, dude, the trend is still lower highs, lower lows. It's like U.S. oil in a way. It's almost like that, where, okay, a catalyst has driven the price higher, but are you making higher highs than the previous discernible swing highs? No. Are you making higher lows than the previous discernible swing? No. You got to do both. You have to take out 83 or 82.50, then you got to pull back and make a higher low than the previous low. Then you got to run higher to make a higher high. It takes a lot of work to reverse long-term downtrends, and so you're not in that. That's great. I mean, that's high volume. It could be a breakaway, but just don't get ahead of yourself. It's like, wow, eventually stuff will happen. My God, man. Really? These freaking boomers, dude. Unbelievable. The boomers are going nuts. Going on cruises, okay? Yeah, Royal Caribbean, all-time highs every day. CCL,
Thank you, Mitch,
NCLH.
for being the best and most consistent technical analyst on YouTube. No links, no ads, no pretense. Just TA.
Orange Blossom Sunset. Thanks so much for the $10 super chat and the really kind word. That's like $20 worth of kind words. Thank you for that. Well, I try to be consistent. I try to, no ads, no links, no pretense. Well, the pretense is invest in yourself and learn the framework. Because without the framework, you're just you're in a boat in the ocean with no navigation system. You want to have some sort of navigation system of financial markets. I just chose technical, and you can go fundamental and technical. You can do both, one, the other. It's probably good to know if the company makes money that you're applying the technical analysis to. Crypto's a problem there, isn't it? All we have is TA and crypto. That's it. Anyway, so RCL in the end had like a nice dragon pattern, bullish divergence on the second foot, and like it just was like Bitcoin. Same thing. It was a Bitcoin type dragon, and the dragon tail never ended. Look at that. Wow, 1 and 2, divergence, broke out, gapped up, and it's just gone. The dragon tail, man. I don't even know if this is all-time highs. Hold on. It certainly is. Yeah. RCL. Oh, exceeded the 1272 fib extension today. Just beyond beautiful. CCL, mooning. Ooh, 886 upon it. A dragon. All right, so this is one where you're like, okay, will this one be able to just slash through the 886 like RCL? Because you're at it. You closed right at the completion of a shark here. Just like here. But it ended up just like playing out, hitting ANC, and then just pivoting and running again. Long-term uptrend. You're just trending well. So even if you pull back here, may not fill a gap or two, pivot, higher lows, and run again. But these cruise lines up 4.17%. Incredible. NCLH, another one. How about this one's more actionable? This one's underperforming really bad. But look at this old channel. This was how it was. It was all-time low, M shape, and that was where it began. And look at you now. It's like 1 and 2 here. I love how they recaptured the channel. Stop loss could be like below 1740, and your target's gonna be like $25, 24.50 up here. That's really good looking. That's some nice stuff, dude. NCLH, kind of positive price action here, man. I would not be surprised if we saw 24, $25 in time, which is like 20% upside. Not bad. All right, Bitcoin on the new 4-hour candle. It's up, dude. We're up 130 points on the day. Let's go. Evan, I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. Like we could
SPX 6900? Crying face emoji.
You want to see an S coin? I'm about to go to the bathroom real quick. We could certainly look at more of these. Y'all give me like 2 seconds. I'm just coffee. I had an extra cup of coffee. I'm off today from working out, so give me like 2 seconds. I'm just gonna bio and I'll be right back. Hang tight. Hold on. Okay. Sorry. I'm back. Yeah, so great to see cruise lines pumping. What was it? Something about, let me see here. Yeah, you know, boomers, 25% of the population, but they own half the wealth, and they're still spending. Yeah, man. I'm never going on a cruise. I don't like being around a bunch of normies. I'll just spend a little more money and do an excursion or something. But people are gonna do their thing. Hotels, man, like Hilton, what a recovery. This is going to be an all-time high soon. Look at this sideways. That's really a bull flag kind of, right? Or a pennant. And they broke the pennant a couple days. Look at that. Hey, 886 is heat. You're at the 886. So it's like, you know, you closed at the deep retrace, maybe that sharp completion zone. So you might pause here, respond, or you just, a bull flag takes you to $296, $300. So leisure and entertainment, man, are lighting it up. Banks were doing it too. So lending and hospitality, leisure, what a comeback, man. Expedia, dude, this one looks like it's probably getting ready for higher prices too. My God, rip this and roar this. Yeah, just a lot of accumulation. Recapturing, oh my God, recapturing 159, kind of back testing it as support. Yeah, they're probably taking this to 185 again. Yeah, 185 minimum target here. I don't know if they'll break that, but same type of situation. Very nice to see. Here's Live Nation, more entertainment, leisure, concerts. You're hitting that 886 territory, but dude, the trend is so strong. You got to wonder what we're going to do up here, right? Because it's like, hey, if it's a bat pattern, you're pretty much at or near the pattern completion zone. You know, my bat pattern, but so strong, man. I don't know how they keep this thing tamed down. This just might pause, but I'm thinking this will probably be at all-time highs soon too. But yeah, there it is. Pump this S. Remember Paramount? Remember my movies? And guess what? The composite op. It was beautiful, man. Highest daily candle close on Paramount today since June 3rd of last year. So over 1 year highs. But it's all coming off of beautiful, beautiful price action correlation to the bottom of a range with upside target. I'm thinking like $15 if you give me enough time. But that's been the case. Very nice price action. Paramount. Then you got ODFL, which is a very interesting. Well, is it not maybe ODP? Was it? This isn't that interesting. Never mind. Nah, nothing great about this yet. I think it's ODP. All right, someone wanted Target, I think, in the chat. Yeah, dude, Target. Yeah, looks good. Yeah, you could manage risk here for sure. I think you got yourself like a crab, but I don't think you're deep enough to give it a formal name yet. 618, and then you got not even a 1272. Interesting, because it's at, this is where the old trade setup. The cake baking video I did years ago on Target, the example, April 2020. You're at the exact same level. So if you care about the cake bake, it could be bear flagging, but if you're bear flagging at support, it's very easy to set up a stop to protect yourself. And you would want nothing to do with Target below 89.50. Just like 5 years ago, you wouldn't want to own Target below that level. So easy to manage risk, right? Because the implications of losing that level are going to be like 73 or lower. But yeah, if they're holding it, it's almost like an ascending triangle or something. like that. And then, yeah, something like this, maybe a little bit. You know, that's kind of developing. Sell wall with accumulation. So it's been so destroyed. If you were wanting to take a little chance, the closer you are to 90 bucks, the easier it would be to manage, okay? No evidence of more than before, lately, locally, anytime. Just, it could be set up for a run to the 200 moving average, 125 or something. Maybe the supply line at same level. So yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You want a better trend though? You want like a up-sloping channel for a long time and it's been correcting, and then bullish pattern develops in the up-sloping channel near the bottom of it. Key supports. Hi Mitch, time to look at crypto miner Galaxy Digital again, recently uplisted in NASDAQ, so it has a US ticker now. Whole bunch of new volume behind since the listing. Thank you so much for the merchandise purchase, dude. What was that? Which mug was that? Oh, that's a nice one. The other one, someone in our community bought recently, came in finally. Teespring finally did it. The coffee mug with a link to the past with the bar chart, script art, the silver, looks phenomenal. I saw the pictures and I'm like, dang, dude, I gotta buy that one of those. It's so good. So thank you, dude. Rich May. Rich May, the purchase. Okay, so Bitcoin's still okay on the new 4 hour. They're holding above 106.9, 107.2 right now, just chopping, and just looks like a high and tight consolidation. Is that a bull flag? Could be. Sure could, man. Interesting market conditions that have kind of gone full on risk on. While Dow Jones futures just flipped positive on the 4 hour. You gotta be kidding me, man. Futures will be open for another like 7 minutes and change, but that is, look at that. That little Canada Trump tweet completely wiped out, and the bids came in. Now we're doing things crazy. Not the same with the S&P Dow Jones. You kidding me, man? Chat, we are so back. Booking.com. Booking holdings, all-time highs. Look at the right-angled and descending broadening formation. Breakout back test, ATH today. Yeah, good luck. You're not beating America. You think you can beat America. You can't. You will always lose. This proves it. The American consumer, the free market's like forward-looking, and the free market's like, dang, dude, boomers about to be spending more than they ever have. People are going to be gambling, going on trips, more than they ever freaking have. Going to movies, more than they have in a long time. Eating Chipotle, more than they have in a long time. Dude, this one was beautiful. That momentum shifting structure. This is like a long-term uptrend, right? Crazy. And then they take it down to key levels, and then buyers or the sellers violate it, but the buyers recapture, and they pretty much reconfirm. And now it's like inverse head and shoulders, and you know, I think you got upside here.
For us all the time. You really do change people's lives to become better traders.
DeMills, man, thanks for the 20 and the really kind words, man. Thank y'all so much, dude, for the words of encouragement. Because, dude, I'm telling you, sometimes it gets so slow throughout these lull periods. And you know how it is. Like, you just get, on my side, you get really spoiled by, like, viewership, like, spikes during, like, longer extended Bitcoin rallies into price discovery. It's, like, crazy. It's, like, it's hard to cope when, you know, altcoins round trip and then everyone's out and they stop, and the viewership dumps and just like numbers go down. It just gets like discouraging sometimes. You're like, it's not me, it's the market. It's how it's always been. But it feels like somehow like, man, I must be doing something wrong, you know? even while doing the same format for 7.5 years. So yeah, words of encouragement are always good to keep me motivated. You know, just I'm trying to help people for sure. So thanks, dude. Anyway, Marriott, not at all-time highs, but dude, that freaking M shape, you gotta be kidding me, dude. You can find that. That's crazy. It's not. Yep. Some numbers like that. Type 1 reaction to pump. And now there's this long-term. You were talking about channels, like trends. Look at this one. Just 5-year uptrend on Marriott. You know this thing's probably going all-time highs in time. Wild. Warner Brothers looks like things have turned around at the an M shape. It started with an M shape. I don't know if it was an 886 or anything, but just wow. XA, B, C, and then did we get an 886? Probably not. Oh my god, we kind of did, dude. Dude, it's like you did get an 886. Dude, this is what's happening on LAC, but to a crazier degree because LAC has confirmation and stuff. Dude, I'm telling you, this is like things turn around with these M shapes already beginning. The 200 moving average, you're above that. I bet the golden cross already. You went golden death. You're about to golden cross again. Just immaculate. American Airlines not really doing the same thing that cruise lines are doing. Dang, man, it's like the basement. Same price was trading at 5 years ago, over 5 years ago. Okay, so AAL, I like American Airlines, you know, for travel. It's not bad. It's fine. It's never screwed me over really bad. I mean, you've had a couple flight cancellations due to weather, but that's not, how can they help that? But yeah, this is not good. Really? Okay. Walmart was looking weird, and then it's like, hey, is it going to hold? It's like, look, the structure's there, but it's not valid. You'd have to break below like $92 to confirm this. So they're just trying to hold on to $96. It looks can be deceiving. Hard to bet against Walmart. They split and screwed up all my data. When did they split? Really? No way. My data is completely wrecked now. Okay, we'll just have to remove everything. Nice and clean uptrend, huh? Yeah, this gonna stop? I don't think so. I don't think people are just gonna stop Walmarting. Bueller? What do you think? Bueller's just gonna Walmart less? No, I don't think so. Yeah, above 96 could be very interesting. So, Delta Airlines. I mean, it's cool being above $43, $44. The trend's okay. They're just confirming the same low that's higher than all these lows. So I think once you get above 51, it could be in good shape. Yeah, it's kind of choppy, big chop, but yeah, still more than before based on these two lows, one from August and one from April. They're higher than these lows, so that's good. There's still someone more than beforing. 100% shark. But below the 200, it could be better. It could be a lot better. Netflix. Dude, Netflix was the real Bitcoin, chat. The real Bitcoin. All-time highs again today. Just Jesus chimes. Can't stop it. I mean, you know how garbage their productions are now. How racist they are. But, you know. All-time highs. Keep it going, man. Music style. Did it? Hello? Okay. Yeah, Unreal did. Crazy. Caesar Entertainment. Oh, interesting. Not so interesting. Never mind. I don't really like it due to the context where it is, the trend it's been in. Never mind. I mean, they take this to $32, $35 and bears back test 200, lowest high, and roll over later. So it's not great, actually. No, nothing good about this one. Las Vegas Sands was better because it was, it fell below support. And this one is crazy. It's like the amount of the harmonic symphony. It was so amazing. The Gartley pattern completion zone ushered in the coronavirus. Crazy. So it's like, did we get another one? I guess you'd call it an alternate bat or shark. So we now have an X, A, B, C, D. No, it went below it. Went below the 113. There you go. Just another M shape. So let's continue the M shapes, dude. So cool. Whatever. I mean, if they keep it in the range between 36 and $50 target maybe. Or they bearish 5-0 this, and then we go for what would be amazing on this one is if like it tops out somewhere around here and then sells off, and then we get something like this. That would be spectacular. Then all of a sudden we'd have like evidence of momentum shifting, maybe more than before. There should be a lot of good stuff to see in 35 again for a swing trader if you wanted to long. It's just a key level. And they recaptured it, but they never reconfirmed it, and that's what you always want. You want reconfirmation. Wow. Oh, Galaxy. Yeah, we can go to Galaxy. Let's do it, man. I'm a Galaxy, dude. Yep. Okay, let's see here. That kind of couple of Hendelman. Oh, the thumbnail's complete. No, the new intro, nice. Or not new intro, but revamped intro, nice. So our merchandise friend wants Galaxy. And yeah, what a nice uptrend for a couple years. And it's like a bearish shark, 113 shark into maybe a bullish 5-0. Gosh dang, literally is. Look at this. X, A, B, C, D. Dude, that's crazy how perfect it is. No way. A 113 shark and then a bullish 5-0. Type 1, type 2, maybe? So what it looks like to me, though, locally, MicroStrategy. That looks identical to MicroStrategy right there. That's pretty cool, man. We have ourselves a little harmonic 5-0 action. What's a bullish 5-0? Do you want me to show you? I'll show you real quick. So remember, this is actually the D point. It's 0x, A, B, C, and then D. Okay? It's different for the 5-0. And I'll show you here. Scott Carney's work. Okay, not letting me scale into this, really. So the 5-0, right? It's a little deep on the A to C point, but valid on the X to V point, and then 50% from the B to C point. You get a 50% retrace, and that's the pattern completion zone, price reversal zone. So the D, that's potentially where we're at on Galaxy. So at the same time, you could say like 16, that'd be your cutoff. Maybe like stop loss would be below 1667 or something, I guess, if you wanted to long this 5-0. Yeah, good trend so far and good harmonic. There you go, dude. That's all I can tell you. It's all right. It's okay. Don't know if that's satisfactory. Yeah, I know it's not there. It's fine. Don't worry about it. So we continue on, just looking at some others. How did Lowe's fare? My God, dude, you kidding me? Lowe's could be in a spot 1 and 2. They're trying to confirm a bottom. It had some pretty real support resistance, so yeah, I like the higher low here. It could be 1 and 2. Yeah, it stopped below 200, 208, but it's like 1 and it's like 2 now. All right, supply line down here. You're not even close yet. Low's looking okay. Colgate, Palm Olive, weird. Probably okay, but just weird price action. I mean, it's very difficult because it's like, hey, you could be stuck with your money sitting doing nothing for another year, or at least 6 months, 5 months. But anything above $85, $86 long enough, I think you go for a big retrace to like 105 plus on CL. Okay. Progressive, that has just been higher highs, higher lows forever, trying to put in the highest low ever, trying to hold the 200 moving average, trying to back test an old swing high from 2024 as support. My God, a little M shape there too, kind of. God, this thing is so strong. This could be like the highest low we've ever seen, pivoting at support, and it could be running right back up to 292 and beyond. Like, this could be easy to set up your stop like 256 and let it ride, man. Easy enough. Can't beat PGR. I think ENR, it did okay, then it dumped, and then it's like, oh, it's still terrible. Yeah, this played out, performed for the harmonic trader, and then it concluded dead. So Energizer, the Energizer Bunny literally died, all-time lows, I think, so bad stuff. And then Intel only up 0.84%, but man, I'll tell you, this is Wyckoff accumulation. We have jumped across a creek, and I think like this is like a good long-term hold now, above 19 bucks given enough time. I think you broke 25, you break that $35 plus dollars, so, or at least the gap fill at 28.89. So good, really good, man. All right, man, Bitcoin. It is 5:07 p.m. Eastern. The futures market has closed, and Bitcoin is pinned between 106.9 and 107.9. Pinned. And that's like, you know, there's some assets up, but like those are some more notable gainers today on the watch list. You here and there, can't get all of them, but yeah, pretty interesting. So what, I've been live now hour and 23 minutes. So I guess that's good for a Friday stream. It's gonna be kind of dead, whatever. But I hope you made some money this week, because crypto, you didn't make money this week in crypto, but hopefully if you were participating in traditional markets, you made some money, because you could have. Snap, did they defend the composite man? Did he defend the support? Oh my God, no way, he did. We were making memes about it. Like all this Israel-Iran stuff, and the composite man's buying Snapchat, distracting all of you. And wow, up 7% today. But yeah, just wondering. I mean, it's all about $7.89, $8, and they're recapturing, reconfirming, holding. That was the highest daily candle close, I think, since like May 16th. So that's it, man. Let's just see what happens. Humble beginnings on Snap at key support. You can't give up on them. It's the chart. That's the only reason. Snap is, but chart, interesting. So, by the way, Bitcoin's weekly looks phenomenal, even despite no breakout or anything. Look what's going on the weekly. They're gonna, unless something bad happens in 2 days, 3 hours, which it could. You never know. It's bull crap. But You're going for a mega bullish engulfing candle. You're getting right back. You know, anything above 104,459 on the weekly is good. That's the old candle high, all-time high. So that's what the beginning of the zone. And then, yeah, above that, I feel a lot more comfortable with Bitcoin. And I do like on the RSI, look what they're doing. They're recapturing 60. So we're back in the bullish control zone on the weekly as we had fallen below it early in the week. We're back, man. So, and then the monthly that will be concluding in a few days, going for the highest monthly candle close in the history of Bitcoin. Look how good it looks, man. Does Ethereum look like this? No. BNB? No. XRP? No. Dogecoin? No. Solana? Absolutely none of them. None of the cryptos that exist on this planet look as good as Bitcoin on the monthly. Bitcoin Cash looked good on the monthly. If you know anything about Bitcoin Cash, you were alerted about this. Look what it's developing into. This backtest 2017. I mean, you're just closing in on, you're going for the highest monthly close of 2025, but 3 months now, this could have some serious consequence. But again, it's still nothing close to as good as Bitcoin. We're talking about Bitcoin about to make the highest close ever on the monthly, and this is very far removed from that. One's a setup, one's like, hey, off the lows, cool, opportunity for upside. Bitcoin's just a king of all kings in this space, man. Just stay here or higher, and I will be a happy man. We'll do a Monday monthly candle close stream, and we'll celebrate history once again. Quarterly closes in 6 months. Oh yeah, you're right. Tax. Oh god, I gotta do quarterly taxes. Even also the IRS. Look at this quarterly candle about to close in 3 days, 3 hours. Massive engulfing candle, a 30% candle.
Look here. Look, listen.
That's incredible. So we're going for the highest monthly close ever, the highest quarterly candle close ever. And guess what? The highest bi-yearly candle ever. Look at the 6 month. Since January of 2023, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, going on 5 bi-yearly candles in a row of prosperity. Doesn't it make your heart feel so warm and cozy and fuzzy, warm and fuzzy, whatever? So yeah, daily, we got to kill millions of orcs and get to the Tower of Barad-dûr and then do a siege on Sauron for a couple hundred years, but we're just not there yet. We're still at the inner gate. Well, we broke through the outer gate of Mordor, the Black Gate, but there's an airlock in Mordor if you didn't know. So we now got to get through the inner gate before we can even get into Mordor. And the inner gate of Mordor is 1085. Got to break that on the daily. And then, again, got to face off with the orcs, the Nazgul, and then Sauron himself, above 112. So we'll get there, man, I think, but I'm not sure when. Okay, so just what a great week. I hope it was good for you, as good as it was for me. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Thanks for the likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. I'll be back. Until next time, respect the T. A.
Thank you. That is all I require.